The parent company sells P phones. The cost to manufacture X P phones is C of X, which is equal to negative 30X squared plus 53,000X plus $21,526. This includes overhead costs and production costs for each P phone. If the company sells X P phones for the maximum price they can fetch, the revenue function will be R of X, which is equal to negative 34X squared plus 117,000X dollars. How many P phones should the parent company produce and sell to maximize profit? Remember that the profit is equal to the revenue minus cost. So what we want to do first is we want to find out what is the profit. And that's going to equal taking the revenue minus the cost. So let's go ahead and do that. So we know that the revenue represents R of X. And R of X is going to be negative 34X squared plus 117,000X. And then we're going to subtract the cost function, which is negative 30X squared plus 53,000X plus 21,526. And now what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this minus sign to each of those terms. So we have negative 34X squared plus 117,000X plus 30X squared minus 53,000X minus 21,526. Okay, now if we combine like terms, then we end up getting negative 4X squared plus 117,000 minus 53,000 gives us 64,000X, and then minus 21,526. Okay, so now what we have is we have the profit function. So this represents the profit function. Okay, so X represents the amount of P phones that the parent company produce in order to sell a maximized profit. So in order to figure this out, what the maximized profit is, well, let's take a look at this. We know that the value of A is equal to negative 4. We know the value of B is 64,000. And we know the value of C is negative 21,526. Now, since this is a quadratic, we know that if A is equal to negative 4, this is less than 0, so it's going to open down, which means you're going to have a maximum. So let's determine what the vertex is. So what is the value of H? Well, the formula for H is negative B over 2A. So that's going to be negative 64,000 divided by 2 times negative 4. Well, that's negative 64,000 divided by negative 8, which is going to give us positive 8,000. And then if we want to find K, then it's going to be F of 8,000. And we plug that into our function, which is negative 4 times 8,000 squared plus 64,000 times 8,000 minus 21,526. So when we solve the order of operations, then we would get 255,978,474. So what that means is that we would have the vertex. And the vertex tells us that we have 8,000 and the Y value is 255,978,474. So this is the value of X. That tells you what is the amount of P phones in order to produce a maximum profit. Well, this represents the maximum profit, which is the Y value. And this X represents the amount of P phones needed to be sold in order to get the maximum profit. So therefore, our answer is 8,000.